Welcome to Mecha Facts episode 20. In today's episode is the ZGMF-X20A Strike Freedom Gundam, a custom assault mobile suit from the Cosmic Era or CE timeline of the Gundam series. The Strike Freedom Gundam made its first animated appearance and was heavily featured in the second half of the TV series, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. This was the only animated appearance for the Strike Freedom Gundam in terms of anime form, but it has appeared in the Seed Destiny manga and the video games, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny, Gundam Extreme, and Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. The original designer of the Strike Freedom was Kunio Okawara, and in terms of model kits, the Strike Freedom has been made into multiple BB Senshi Super Deformed kits, a few high-grade kits, one real-grade kit, a non-grade 1/100 scale kit, a couple master grade kits, a non-grade 1/60th kit, and a perfect grade. Next is the Strike Freedom specifications. Its overall height is 18.88 meters, full weight at 80.09 tons, powered by a Hyper Deuterion engine, armored by a variable phase shift armor, crewed by one pilot, cockpit in the torso. It was developed from the ZGMF-X20A Freedom Gundam. The Strike Freedom was first deployed in Cosmic Era 73 during the Eternal's escape from Zaft, and it was last deployed in Cosmic Era 74 following the Second Bloody Valentine War. The manufacturer of the Strike Freedom was the plant's Integrated Design Bureau and Terminal. The operator of the Strike Freedom was Terminal, the Three Ships Alliance, and the Orb Union. And the only known pilot of the Strike Freedom was Kira Yamato. Next is the Strike Freedom's armaments and equipment. First is the MMI GAU 27D 31mm CIWS. The Strike Freedom has a pair of 31mm CIWS guns mounted in its head. These guns are used for intercepting missiles, destroying lightly armored targets, and suppressive fire. Originally, the guns were supposed to be omitted due to lack of space in the head. However, they were installed due to their effectiveness and reliability. Next is the MA M02G Super Lacerda Beam Saber. The Super Lacerda Beam Saber is the Strike Freedom's main close combat weapon, which are mounted in the side skirt armor. These beam sabers are an enhanced version of the beam sabers used by the Justice and Freedom. The two beam sabers can be combined into a twin-bladed beam saber, and this form is called the Ambidextrous Halberd. Next is the MA M21KF High Energy Beam Rifle. The Strike Freedom is equipped with two beam rifles, which are an improved version of the Lupus beam rifle used by the Freedom and Justice. Typically, the beam rifles are handheld and when not in use can be stored on the side skirts of the waist by swiveling the side skirts to the back. The beam rifles can also combine into one powerful long-range beam rifle, similar to the Buster Gundam's beam cannons. Next is the MGX-2235 Calidus Multi-Phase Beam Cannon. The Strike Freedom's beam cannon is mounted in the lower torso, which is the same beam cannon used by the Abyss Gundam. However, its firepower is more powerful due to the Strike Freedom's Hyper Deuterion engine, and the cannon's muzzle is protected by phase shift armor. The beam fired from this weapon is the strongest among the suit's beam weaponry, which can cancel out attacks from the Destiny Gundam's long-range beam cannon. After that is the MMI M15E Cephius 3 Railgun. The Strike Freedom mounts two railguns on the side skirt armor. These railguns are an upgraded version of the Cephius railguns used by the previous Freedom Gundam, which are more powerful and have a simplified structure. Like their predecessors, the railguns can be used to attack enemy units in the water, which gives the Strike Freedom an efficient way to fight underwater mobile suits and vessels. The only problem with the railguns were that they cannot be used when swiveled back on the back of the waist armor to make room for storing the beam rifles. Next is the MX-2200 Beam Shield. The Strike Freedom mounts a pair of beam shield generators mounted on its forearms. These beam shield generators generate a powerful beam shield that can effectively block both physical and beam attacks. The beam shield can also be used offensively as a ramming weapon, as seen when Kira used the Strike Freedom to ram the Legend Gundam. Next is the EQFU-3X Super Dragoon Wing System and the MA-80V Beam Assault Cannons. The Dragoon system is the Strike Freedom's newest feature, with 8 Dragoons stored in the 8 wings of the mobile suit. Each Dragoon is equipped with a beam assault cannon, and their primary purpose is to fire multiple powerful beams at specified targets, but can also emit a beam blade for close combat. The Strike Freedom's Dragoons are based on Zaft's second generation Dragoon system, which does not require to have high spatial awareness to effectively control them due to the improved quantum communication system and other enhancements. Terminal also added other modifications to improve the suit further, and due to the huge amount of data processing required from those modifications, the Super Dragoon system can only function at its maximum potential when used by the Ultimate Coordinator pilot, Kira Yamato. Next is the High Mobility Aerial Tactics, or HIMAD mode, a configuration in which the Strike Freedom's 8 wings are unfolded for higher maneuverability during aerial combat in Earth's atmosphere. In space, the deployment of the wings enhances the Strike Freedom's AMBAC capabilities. Next is the Voyager Lumiere Propulsion System. The Strike Freedom's propulsion system uses an internal laser instead of solar winds or external power beam to convert its energy into strong light pressure, which is then translated into more thrust. It can be used when the Dragoon pods are still on the wings by slightly separating the Dragoons from the main wings without fully deploying them. The system operates at full power when all Dragoons are deployed. When activated, the system allows the suit to accelerate at incredible rates and quickly dodge the most intense beam barrages. This system produces a lighting effect called the Wings of the Skies when in full deployment. Next is the Full Burst mode. This is the name of the attack mode in which the Strike Freedom uses its beam rifles, Dragoons, railguns, and beam cannon all at once. This feature was present in the original Freedom and is used with the multi-lock-on system to destroy multiple enemy targets simultaneously. And thanks to the new Dragoon system, the Strike Freedom's Full Burst mode has a larger firing range than its predecessor and grants it a 360-degree range of attack capabilities. However, when in Earth's atmosphere, the Dragoons are not usable, reducing the effectiveness of the Full Burst mode greatly. Next is the Hyper Deuterion engine, the Strike Freedom's main power plant, which is powered by a hybrid nuclear reactor with the Deuterion beam energy transfer system. This means that the Strike Freedom is nuclear powered, giving it enough power to use all of its features and weapons, including the meteors, to their full combat capabilities. The next feature is the Neutron Jammer Canceller, the device built into the Strike Freedom to counter the effects of neutron jammers, which gives it the ability to use its Hyper Deuterion engine freely without the risk of it shutting down. Next is the Gundam Operating System. The Strike Freedom does use an updated version of the Generation Unsubdued Nuclear Drive Assault Module Complex as its operating system. This OS was updated from the original one used by the Freedom and Justice, which uses a neural net computer of operating systems designed to operate the mobile suit along with its weapons, phase shift armor, and features. Next is the Multi-Lock-On System. This system allows the Strike Freedom to lock on to multiple enemy targets and carry out a massive attack of beam weapons and missiles. The Strike Freedom can be used with the system freely with and without the Meteor. The next feature is the Variable Phase Shift Armor. Developed by Zaft, the Variable Phase Shift Armor is the latest version of phase shift armor technology and the most energy efficient. It allows the mobile suit to automatically alter the strength and power consumption of the phase shift armor depending on the combat configuration or situation. When offline, it leaves the Strike Freedom's armor in shades of black and gray, but when activated, it leaves red, white, navy blue, black, and gold. Last is the Meteor, or the Mobile Suit Embedded Tactical Enforcer. Like its predecessors, the Strike Freedom can dock with the powerful but optional Meteor weapons platform, granting it powerful thrusters and powerful weapons from battleship caliber beam cannons to large beam swords, and dozens of heavy missiles. Last is the Strike Freedom's history and lore. The direct successor of the Freedom, the Strike Freedom was originally built as a prototype machine for eventual mass production. Development for it had started during the First Bloody Valentine War, but was behind schedule and could not be completed in time due to technical limitations of the Dragoon system. Furthermore, its development was influenced by the Junior 7 Treaty, and data regarding its development was to be sealed. However, the design data, and possibly the incomplete unit itself, was stolen by Terminal, then deleted from the Integrated Design Bureau servers. Redevelopment of the Strike Freedom was carried out by Terminal, based on the operational data of the Freedom. In fact, the Strike Freedom was redesigned, and on the basis that it becomes Kira's personal mobile suit, a mobile suit fine-tuned to his needs. The Strike Freedom also incorporated the latest technology such as the Variable Phase Shift Armor, the Voyager Lumiere Propulsion System, and the Hyper Deuterion engine. The Strike Freedom made its first combat debut during the latter parts of the Second Bloody Valentine War, when Kira boarded the Eternal in the damaged Strike Rouge after coming to aid the Eternal from his Zaft pursuers. Kira would launch in the new Strike Freedom to defend the ship from Zaft by successfully disabling 25 Zaku's and Goofs within 2 minutes and disabling 3 Nazca-class battleships. During the second battle of Orb, the Strike Freedom would arrive in time to assist in Orb's defense and deliver the new Infinite Justice Gundam to Atherin Zala. The Strike Freedom would confront Shin's Destiny Gundam by breaking up its battle between Kagali's Akatsuki Gundam. The initial clash between the two Gundams resulted in the Strike Freedom gaining the upper hand, as Shin's boomerangs and beam swords were destroyed, and its energy supply nearly depleted, forcing the Destiny to retreat to the Minerva for resupply and allowing the Strike Freedom to cause havoc against Zaft's forces against Orb. When the Destiny returned back to the battlefield, it was accompanied by Rei's Legend Gundam. At that point, Kira did have the chance to destroy the Destiny, but the Strike Freedom did blow it. Together with the Destiny and Legend, both suits managed to put the Strike Freedom on the defensive and gave the Destiny an opportunity to destroy it. However, Atherin arrived just in time with his Infinite Justice Gundam to bring the numerical disadvantage from 2-1 back to 2-2, even match. For the remainder of that battle though, the Strike Freedom engaged with the Legend Gundam in a skirmish, but the battle did end with a draw. In the final battle of the war, the Strike Freedom and the Infinite Justice, both equipped with the Meteor mobile weapons platform, destroyed an important relay station for their Requiem super weapon. After accomplishing this goal, they realized that the station could be replaced, so they proceeded to destroy Requiem itself. The Strike Freedom engaged with the Legend for a short skirmish. By that time though, it crippled it with its full burst mode attack, single-handedly defeating the Legend Gundam. Kira then docked the Strike Freedom once more with the Meteor and then headed to the mobile fortress Messiah, heavily damaging it single-handedly before allowing the remainder of the 3 ships alliance to destroy it. The destruction of the Messiah led to the subsequent end of the war, with Kira using the Strike Freedom to escape the fortress. The Strike Freedom would be seen one last time escorting the Eternal and the Archangel to the plants to officially begin a new era of peace, thus ending the Strike Freedom's history and lore. And that's all. Thank you for watching this episode of Mecha Facts on the ZGMF-X20A Strike Freedom Gundam. If you are not a fan and or a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button below and hit that notification bell for future episodes of Mecha Facts. So please stay tuned for more videos, updates, and new content, and I'll see you guys next time.